Yes, sir. Finna take it there. Finna blast off. You see what's going on? You see what's going on? Huh? You see what's going on? Share this beam out. You see what's going on? Let's go. Y'all ready to blast off with me? Y'all ready to blast off with me? Huh? Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up? Yes, sir. Y'all ready to blast off with me? Hey, let's go ahead and blast off then. Let's go ahead and blast off then. Why not? Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all y'all Asiatics out there. Y'all ready? Hey, listen. Can they explain this right here? Look at this. See if they can explain this. You know, the ones out there that's naysayers, the haters. Can they explain this right here? Can they explain how the United Nations recognizes the Moors as the oldest indigenous civilization on Earth? They did that in 1995. Let me know where y'all Moors is tuning in from. All y'all. It's up. Can they explain how Empress Verdice Tiara Washington Turner Golston L. Bay was recognized, as well as the Wichita Moors, the Dugdamaunia Moors? How was they recognized by the United Nations? It don't say nothing on there about Indian. Nah. Neither does the Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Can they explain that? Can they explain how the mighty Black P Stone Nation? Can they explain how they was rocking with the El Rookins and the Fezzes? Can they explain that? Can they explain how Jeff Fort and Larry Hoover was under the 5 and under the 6, which is more science? Hold up. Can they explain that? Hold up. Can they explain that? Can they explain any of this? How this pyramid right here is a representation of the Moorish nation. It's an emblem of the Great Pyramid called the Great Seal. Can they explain that? Can they explain how the 6 is a representation of the Hex Alpha? It's the insignia of the Moorish nation. Can they explain how the G is in the middle, which stands for gnosis, knowledge, and it's a 7, north and south? 7 is the number of perfection. Can they explain that? Maybe that's why they don't want to let Larry Hoover and Chief Malik out, because they wasn't no game. They was getting our people to be lifted mentally, bringing unity. Teaching us about more science, you know, what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought back to our people in the 1920s. You know, can they explain that? Can they explain any of these right here? These images and this flag right here been flying on the land for hundreds of thousands of years. Can they explain that? You know, the flag right here. Can they explain how this flag been flying on both sides of the world for hundreds of thousands of years? Can they explain? Do they? Hold up. Question. Do they have a flag that's older than this? Yeah. Good luck. Good luck, man. Good luck trying to get that one across. Get that one off. That shit dead. Good luck trying to get a flag that's older than this flag right here, that's been repping for hundreds of thousands of years. Good luck. Can they explain? Hold up. Can they explain how in America you got pyramids, you got castles, you know, getting carried by the hybrid Europeans, you know? Can they explain how you got castles in the Americas? It's up. Can they explain how you got castles in America? Can they explain that? Hold up. Can they explain this either? Hold up. Peace of love to all the Moors. Can they explain how you got pyramids over here in the Americas, you got thousands of pyramids in North, Central, and South America. You got pyramids above the, listen to this. You got pyramids above the water, and you got pyramids underneath the water on both sides of the world. Can you explain that? Can you explain that? Hold up. Can you explain that? How do you have pyramids under the water? Can you explain that? How do you have pyramids above the ground and you got pyramids under the water? Peace more. Watagwan. Yes, sir. Listen, it's up, man. All my peoples out there in Jamaica, Trinidad, Panama. All my peoples out there in Cuba. All my peoples out there in Barbados. All my peoples out there in Haiti. All my peoples in Guatemala, South America, Central America, North America, East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north, overseas. It's up, man. Listen, if you don't know, get familiar. Can they explain how this is over here in Alexandria, Egypt? How is this over here under the water? And they got castles in America. How they got castles in America with Moors wearing fezzes, feathers, and turbans in real time? We talking about castles. Hold up. Look at the background. Guyana, Islam. Let me know where y'all at with it, man. Let's go. Let me know where y'all at with it. St. Lucia, Barbados, Islam. See this? Above the ground and under the water? Under the water? You got pyramids 200 feet below sea level. So if we wasn't the first ones on the planet, can you explain any of these correlations? Huh? I'm talking to the haters that's out there. I'm talking to the ones that say, you know, we ain't Moors. We just an extremist organization. Can you explain any of this history? Can you explain any of these maps? Huh? Can you explain any of this? Like this right here? Hold up. Can you explain the once great pyramids of the Grand Canyon are now off limits to all? Can you explain how this right here is in the Grand Canyon? You know what that is. Stop playing. You know what that is. That's in the Grand Canyon. Can you explain any of this? Share this beam out, Morris. Because you know they shadow banning this page right now. Share this beam out. Can you explain how the Mayans was carrying crosses? And the cross has nothing to do with Christianity because Islam and Islamism predates modern Christianity by thousands of years. Can you explain that? Huh? Can you explain how we was hooping over here in Mesoamericano? Can you explain how these our people and these statues, why they look so similar? Can you explain any of these images? Can you explain any of this? How you got paintings on stone that's showing that we was hooping, froze and all that. We was hooping in Mesoamerica. The Mesoamerican ball game was played, experts think, by all the cultures in the region, beginning with the Olmecs, who may have invented it. The ball game goes back 3,500 years, making it the first organized game in the history of sports. Hold up, wait. Hold up. I thought they said that Naismith invented basketball. Yo, they stay capping. Look, they stay capping. Naismith, what are you talking about? 3,500 years ago, we was already hooping. Hold up. Let's go, man. See, they think we out here playing games and they think we finna play around. No, sir. Mayans loved the game and everyone played at various times, but it also held deep religious ritual meaning as well. For that reason, it was sometimes played just as a game, with lots of gambling on the teams. At other times, the game became spectacle and ritual, with the city rulers playing captive warriors in rigged ritual, games. It's nothing new under the sun. So just like they rigging the games today, they was rigging the games back in the day. Nothing is new under the sun. Nothing. The captives would lose the game and then be sacrificed. So they literally was playing basketball to the death at certain times back in the day. Wow. Hold up. Can they explain how all of the major food necessary to sustain life come from the Americas? Huh? Can they explain any of this? Do they have any answers? How does the food to sustain life come from the Americas? I mean, we talking about America being the old true world. This is what we talk about. See, when you start digging into the history books, you start to find some things. You start seeing we've been lied to since kindergarten. Fam, we've been lied to since kindergarten. Hold up. Look at this. The Americas, North, South, and Central America is the true old world because all of the major foods to sustain life came from the Americas. All of the food. And were later taken to Africa and Asia. Foods like squash, tomatoes, corn, potatoes, beans, wheat, yams, wild rice, which was modified to create modern white rice. What? Peanuts and 90% of all your fruits and veggies come from the Americas. Wait. Hold on. Slow down. Slow down, fam. You say what? You say 90% of all the fruits and veggies come from the Americas. I mean, the Americas is a big place. See, they try to minimize the Americas and have us out here looking like America is not a huge place. America is huge. North America, Central America, all of the islands, and South America, including Hawaii. This is a huge place. You see what's going on? Fam, this is a huge place here. All this is the Americas. And we are Moorish Americans. There's no, I seen something they threw up there where you got MCs going at it with each other on a type of, hold on, let's go. They going at it on a type of, let's go here. They going at it on a type of where hip hop started. I look at it like this. We are Moorish Americans. So it don't matter if you want to say whatever you want to say. We all are Moorish Americans. So-called Puerto Ricans, Tainos, Dominicans, Tainos, Haitians, Jamaicans, Tainos and Arawaks, Cubans, Arawaks, Panamanians, Guatemalans, Hondurans, Arawaks, North America, Central America, South America. I'm going to look at it like this, though. We created hip hop. Facts. Who's running hip hop right now, though? Who breaking the contracts? Who doing distribution? Who own hip hop as far as BET? We don't own that. So it's a divisive conversation to get caught up in. Who created hip hop? We all a part of hip hop. Hip hop is life. Hip hop is culture. So really, We out here arguing, and we need to be talking about, since we the ones that created it, why ain't we the ones that's running it? We know we created it. We all created it because we all are a part of hip hop. We all Moorish Americans. Wherever you from, you in the Americas, you a Moorish American. Who is owning hip hop right now? Who cutting the checks in hip hop right now? That's what we need to be talking about. Forget about all that, who started it and all that. Yeah, we know that. Who cutting them checks though? People be caught up in who cutting the checks. Who cutting the checks? We started it while we ain't running the shit. You see, it's that part right there. We created the hip hop for sure. Graffiti, MCing, breaking, DJing. We did all that. Who cutting them checks today though? Take back the culture. You got to know the culture to take the culture back though. You got to know the culture to take the culture back. You don't know the culture, you got hyper Europeans in there running it. They ain't here cutting the checks. They ain't here cutting the deals. They ain't here putting people on 360 deals and promoting destructive music to destroy the children. The liquor youth. They destroying the children. That's what their agenda is. So you want to talk about remedy? All right, talk about bringing that culture back, bringing that real vibe back, bringing that hip hop back, because hip hop ain't just for backpackers. Hip hop is really a culture for life. It talks about everything, but it's an uplifting thing. It ain't always got to be some backpack rappers or whatever else. You got all kind of forms of shit going on. It's hip hop. It's life. Start talking about who cutting them checks that's running hip hop right now. That's what we need to be talking about. All that divisive conversations, bring that real hip hop back. That's that love though. One love. Let's go. We on this right here. Let's go. Let's go right here. So we know what we got to do, fam. This is how I'm looking at it. This is how I'm looking at it. We got to go back to the Garden of Eden. Now you might be like, how we going to go back to the Garden of Eden, fam? Look. You might say, how we going to go back to the Garden of Eden? That's a good question. Hold up. Let's go right here. This shit lit. Let's go. How we gonna go back to the Garden of Eden? Look, let me show you. By looking at stuff like this. Creations that we created. Exactly. Zamaica. All of us are a part of hip hop. All of us are a part of the whole song. See, the infiltrators, they'll try to get us to fight each other. Meanwhile, they cutting the checks. You see? So instead of us cutting the checks, we arguing about who created hip hop. We arguing about who supposed to get the creator title. Forget a title. Who cutting them checks? That part. You know what I'm saying? That part. We created a whole lot. But if you're not owning it, if you're not running with it, if you're not the one putting other people on, then you just talking. You just talking. And the only way you're going to do that is if you start getting back into the science. This the science right here. I got a question for y'all. Hold up. I got a question for y'all. You talking about going back to the Garden of Eden, right? Hold up. Now we talking about going back to the Garden of Eden? Hold up. Where you at? You see these right here? Hold up. We need big pictures. We need big pictures. All right. Hold up. Where is it at? Here you go. We need big pictures. You see these pictures right here? Remember I showed you on this right here that you had castles in the background? Look. See these castles that's in the background? Now Noble Drew Ali told us. He brought us everything it takes to save a nation. He told us that. He told us and he showed us in his literature about castles. Look at the castles. Look at the castles. This is all of our creations. But So-called black people didn't make none of these. Indians didn't make none of these. Pan-Africans didn't create and sculpt none of these. These things are all around the planet. And guess who made them? Moors did. See, this is why they trying to fight us. You're going to lose every time. Every single time you go against somebody that's studying more science, you will be destroyed. Every time. Answer me this though. How do you have 35 Capitol buildings? You got 35 so-called U.S. Capitol buildings, right? Check this out. How you got 35 so-called Capitol buildings over here, right? So how did all these buildings, look at all the so-called states, which are really countries. Then you say this right here. Hold up. You say this. All these so-called states, which are really countries, this is all Moorish architecture. How do you get 35 so-called U.S. Capitol buildings that was created in only 147 years? So you trying to tell me, that these people just managed to build these type of sculptures, these type of like invincible architecture. You trying to tell me that they created these in 147 years? How, Sway? How, Sway? How? How did you build these Gothic castles in only 147 years? How? What are you talking about? How do you have this over here? And why do all of these buildings, castles, they all similar with Moorish architecture? How? How, Sway? I'm talking about all these? You see, when they say they was complete construction was done, how? How, Sway? Let's go, man. Hey, just want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something real quick, though. Hold on, where you at? See these buildings? These are U.S. public courthouses, right? You see the similarity of these buildings to these buildings? See how they look? See? But this is supposed to be during the horse and buggy age. Really? So during the horse and buggy time in the 1800s, you trying to tell me that y'all was building buildings like this in the 1800s? Man, stop it. But you can't build none of these right now though. Huh? You can't build none of these. This is 1906. Horse and buggies, horse and carriage. You can't build none of these right now. But you talking about y'all built these buildings? Man, stop playing. This is the old state capital, Baton Rouge. This is 1880 to 1897. It looked like a straight up and down castle. Hold up, man. You see, we got to make it all the way real. See, we just going to crush them with pictures. That's what we going to do. We just going to crush them with pictures. Pictures like this. We just going to crush them. We going to crush them. This is a picture right here where you saying, wait a minute, what happened? What happened? This is Opaloka, Florida. What happened? How did y'all construct this in Florida? What happened? Huh? See the palm trees? Huh? See the palm trees? Ah, La Florida. Yeah. This is La Florida. So this is Opaloka. We talking about supposed to be during the horse and carriage times. This is in Pittsburgh. St. Benedict the Moor Church. How does a Moor have a church named after him? Can you explain that? How does Saint Benedict the Moor have a church built for him and named after him in Pittsburgh? Can you explain that? Can you explain that? Hold up. Keep in mind, Jeff Fort, Chief Malik. You see that, right? The almighty Black P Stone Nation. You see that, right? How he got the pyramids and he got the fairs in the center because they studied more science. These is facts. Hold up. See. You thought it was something like made up or something. Look at this right here. After the group recited the Black P Stone Creed, Quinn turned from face to face the east, slightly bowed his head and extended his arms out, bent at the elbows with his hands cupped. The boys followed his lead. He then led them in a call and response prayer. The stones repeated in unison and with reverence. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Amen. Now you would say, how is the Black P Stone Nation reciting the Moorish prayer if they wasn't in tune with the Moors and the high science of Islamism? We talking about the almighty Black P Stone Nation. See? Then, when you get over here to GDs with Larry Hoover, you see similarities with the same thing, the Hex Alpha. I know I might be moving around. Do your best to keep up, though. Run this beam my back when I'm done, though. I appreciate y'all. Look, so you see, Larry Hoover was in tune because he was looking at it like, all right, they running under the 5, we gonna run under the 6. See, so when you running under the 6, you got love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's the 6 points of the star. And if you under the 5 points of the star, you looking at it like this. Look, if you under the 5 points of the star, you looking at it just like this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me get a bigger picture. Run that back. I was feeling that. You running under the 5, then you over here. You got the crescent moon. See, we got to go take it back to the Garden of Eden. We got to start looking at words are seeds. You looking at love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So you looking at the 6, you looking at love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You under the 5, you looking at love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Principles. This is what we talking about. We talking about principles. Getting back to where we supposed to be. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Love, life, loyalty. See, this is what we getting back to. We getting back to that love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And equality. We getting back to that now because it's each one teach one. Feel me? Look. Look at this right here. Then you go over here from the book, One World, One America, Tartarians and Moors, right? Then you get back over here and you see how the whole planet was connected. They used to call it Pangea. They used to call it Gondwana land. They used to call it a few names, a gang of names. But it's all the same people on both sides of the planet. All Moors. See, the link is in the name. That's the pedigree. That's the heritage. That's the nationality and the birthright. Once we get back on that type time, that energy, frequency, and vibration, we are unstoppable. Unstoppable. Let's go. And this is what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was talking about. This is exactly what he was talking about. When you come right over here. Let me show you this real quick before we get into it. Let me show you this real quick before we get into it, right? Look. Show you exactly what I'm talking about. You know the principle of duality, right? The principle of polarity. See? As above, so below. You can look at this a few different ways. You got the Prophet Noble Drew Ali uplifting the woman, which has humanity written on her, and he picking her up out of the cares of the world. Because she didn't became just overcome by the cares of the world. So the only way that we can uplift her is we got to take on the duty of high science, high principles to uplift the woman. Because she cares so much by her divine feminine nature, sometimes she can be overwhelmed. And we are the ones who are her divine masculine protectors. We have to uplift her. And you could also look at it another way. You could look at it as like the father, right? The divine masculine father has to uplift the divine feminine mother. The mother, like we say, the motherland. Look at the women out here today. Look at the women, how they being projected and portrayed. Look how they making our women look out here. Look, just pause your ego and just think about it. Look how they're portraying our women out here. Rico, Islam, more. Look how they portraying our Moorish women out here. This is why you can look at this a few different ways. The woman has to be uplifted because we are divinely prepared and built to be her perfect mate. Us. No other person, no other people are that for our women. Exactly. Like Moore just said, create our own network. This is what it's about. So whether you want to get on any tight time, the tight time that was already written in law for us, we got to start looking in law, things that was written for us. Because somebody might say, man, I ain't rocking with the Constitution. I ain't rocking with the Declaration of Independence. Okay, look at this. The United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. You're indigenous, right? So you have built-in laws to protect you for your economics. You see, you have built-in things for you, for other nations to cooperate with your relations from the state to the indigenous peoples. You have human rights, Moors. You cannot receive your human rights and political protection if you still agreeing to be a person without a nationality. That's the key. The key and the link up and the political protection and the economic growth, the financial growth, for us to network, we have to link up with our indigenous name. That's Moorish American. Bullets upon your headpiece. Article 6. Every indigenous individual has the right to a nationality. We got laws literally written to protect us, to give us water in the desert. Fam, it's a drought outside. Y'all know it. I know it. What's the water? The water, the cure, the remedy, the solution for our people is to link back up, create our own identity, which is already created. Moorish American. This is our protection. I know some people out there, I see them online like y'all see them online. They got a lot of passion. They got a lot of conviction. For sure. It's nothing wrong with passion, conviction. There's nothing wrong with none of that. But when it comes to universal law, if you say that you educated and you say you think outside the box, that's what's up. But we have to take it to the law of the land. The law of the universe always applies. You can't turn it off like a light switch because you feel like it don't apply to you. That's not how reality works. Everything is governed by laws, axioms, everything, literally everything, from math to astrology to anything and everything, chemistry, alchemy, anything, biology, anything that you could think about with an ology is connected to law. Everything, even the law, length, angles, and width. Land, air, and water. You still connected to law. Period. That's why they want to get our people to stay away from these type subjects and have these conversations where shit get heated, shit get emotional, and at the end of that conversation, don't nothing come up as a remedy. It's just y'all you just throwing opinions around. That's not productive. It's actually anti-productive to keep talking in circles. LA Islam. To keep talking in circles is non-productive. We out of that shit now. We gone. We gone. We gone, Jay. We gone. We gone, fam. We gone. We on this right here. Anybody getting in our way, getting stepped on. Anybody getting in our way, you getting stepped on. Let me show you something. Because Noble Drew Ali, he was a mastermind. This is why he told us what he told us. He say the MST of A is no social organization. It is in fact a divine and national movement. By you being born here does not make you a citizen. I brought you everything it takes to save a nation. Now take it and save yourself. To be a real Moorish leader, you must study the Quran and the divine constitution that is handed down unto you by I, the prophet. You see what's going on? Do you see what's going on? Check it out. I placed the ball on Babylon and it is rolling down, and anyone that gets in the way is going to be ground to fine powder. You getting stepped on. That's what's going on. I am going to leave the European here just long enough to teach you how to run a government. I'm going to stop the European from thinking and start you Moors to thinking for your own national good. National good. Crayon colors, feelings, that's not a nation. Sorry, not sorry. You Moors watch the newspapers and listen to the radio. I'm going to make the European tell the truth. The Europeans are going to have to, they're going to have to pay our people off for the work that they did in slavery. You see that? The Europeans are going to have to pay our people off for the work that they did, that we did in slavery. You see? And pay off in compound interest. You talking about the finances? Huh? You talking about setting that network up? Huh? You talking about setting up that infrastructure? Huh? The European is not going to give up until he looks death in the face. You got to get out of scary business. Just like Lennox told Bundy, don't you ever bring scary business around me again. Lennox told Bundy that. He told him in belly, don't you ever bring scary business around me again. Know what I'm saying? He told him in belly, let's go. What'd he say? You got to look death in the face. That means you got to know who you are. You got to know yourself enough to know who you not. That part. I am going to stop them, the Europeans, from thinking. And if 2 or 3 of them get together on something, they will go back and tear it up. You Moors are home. The Europeans are 3,000 miles from their home. One more time. You Moors are home. Wait a minute. Hold up. You Moors are home? You think you ain't at home right now. That's been the problem. That's because the indoctrination of this militarized school system. Keep our people thinking they ain't at the crib already. You already at home already. You ain't got to go nowhere. That's why we cannot be deported. That's why. Bing fucking bong. They can't deport us nowhere. Why you think they can't deport us? Because we at home, and it will be an international crime or war crime if they kicked us out this land. That's why they ain't done it yet. And that's why they lock us up in institutions, because they can't kick us out. So they just figure like, you know what? We're going to lock them up because they still agreeing to be black. They still agreeing to be Native Americans. They still agreeing to be Pan-Africans. So what we could do? We could lock them up in their own land, and we could profit off them being in jail. You ever looked up how much an inmate how much the state gets paid off one inmate? Look at them statistics. In prisons, just Google the statistics of how much an inmate is worth to the jail and how they use them for free labor in the jail systems. Straight institutionalization, denationalization, and genocide, dehumanization. That's why nationality is the order of the day. Feel me? Check it out though. He say your nationality card is going to change on you in your pocket. What? This is why we got to go back to reading the national mission statement. Go back there. See what the mission is. Then you going to say, okay, nah, I got my head on right. Because now I know the mission statement. If you a soldier and you at war, how you gonna be really a good asset in a war and you don't even know the mission? That part. You a soldier and you don't know the mission, how you gonna do something in the war? You gotta read the mission to know the mission. You feel me? You gotta read the mission statement to know the mission. That's a great soldier. You know the mission. Otherwise, you just outside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about going back to kindergarten. You go back to kindergarten, then you see like, all right, look, this is what we own. This is what we own. Right here. Morocco also means the land of God, Holy Land or Promised Land. So having 7 Moroccan place names in the Americas, highly suggests that the Americas is the Holy Land of the Bible. What? And the Bible. You read your Bible, right? You read your Bible, right? Okay, so since you read your Bible, did you know that there's a Morocco 7 times in the Americas mentioned? 7 times. What does 7 represent? 7 represents perfection. That's why it's in the center. The G stands for gnosis. That's the knowledge. 7 is the number of perfection, and you got 7 Moroccos in America? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up now. Yo. Hey, you wanna know it? You wanna know something? Hold up. Where is that? Where is that, G? Do you know that you got 7 streams, like in the scripture? You read the Bible, right? You read your scripture, don't you? You know, in the Bible, it talks about the 7 streams. Did you know that? Where is that? I'm trying to find it in real time, though. Did you know that in the Bible, where it says about the 7 streams, that the Mississippi River is the Nile River? The Mississippi River is the Nile River. It's over here in the Americas. Yeah. It's wild how things come together, though. This is why Noble Drew Ali was a mastermind. He literally was a mastermind, G. On God. Look. I'm trying to find it in real time, though. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. From the book, One World, One America, Part 2. What's that? That's the Mississippi River. Huh? Eden, that's a great question. Eden is in the Americas. That's the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is in the Americas. We live in the Garden of Eden. Literally, we're here. We're here. So the Mississippi River, just like you have 7 Morocco names, because America is the true old world, it's also correlated with the Mississippi River being the Nile River. Hold up. You need a receipt on that, right? Oh, we love giving our receipts now. Hold up. We love giving out receipts now. Lower Egypt was in North America. The Nile River system, the White Nile and the Blue Nile, which is allegedly the longest river in the world, 4,132 miles long. See that? The Mississippi, Miss Isis river systems of the Missouri River are 2,540 miles. And the Mississippi is 2,340 miles. You will have a total length of 4,890 miles, which is 758 miles longer than the Nile River system that is in Africa. Receipts. Receipts. They said they wanted some receipts, huh? And that's what they said. They said they wanted some receipts, huh? So y'all, you got seven right there. Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, Illinois, Ohio, and Tennessee. The father of waters, Bing fucking bong. We not here to play no games, man. None. And they'll say, well, the Mexicans, they not Moors. If the Mexicans are not Moors, well, how do you have El Moro? How do you have the language and you have Moreno? How do you have this language, El Señor? How do you have this language, La Señora? And if we took it over there and say, well, the Asians, they not Moors. How could the Asians not be Moors when the samurai samurai. You want some more info about the Moors over there? Pick up this book right here. Sex and Race. Pick up this one. Pick up this one right here. Yeah, pick up volume 1 from the old world. Huh? You can pick this one up. J. Rogers. So pretty much every language that you could think of, you're going to find more up in there. Samurai. Moro. You want to go to Greek? Moros. You want to go to Latin? Amor. What you see him with the fez on? You see him with the fez on, right? Hold up. On both sides of the world, we rapping. So look, the 7 different Moroccan place names in the Americas suggests that the Grand or the Superior Morocco, aka Kingdom of Morocco or Empire of Morocco, Al Morocco, was in the Americas. And the fabulous Gothic and Greco-Roman architecture suggests the same. Even a pale Arab admits that the Kingdom of Morocco was in the Americas. What they talking about? What they talking about? This is what they need to be talking about right here. Yes, sir. This is what they need to be talking about right here. If they ain't talking about this, 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 they ain't talking about none of this, then what they talking about? What they talking about? They ain't talking about none of this. They ain't talking about none of this, then what they talking about? They just talking. They just talking. Matter of fact, y'all out there that be talking about, well, Noble Drew Ali, he didn't know what he was talking about. He was just made up. Let me show you this though. You know how people love Benjamin Franklin on a $100 bill? You know Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, said he was gonna make the European tell the truth, right? You know how they say he was gonna make the European tell the truth, right? Look at this though. He say, Benjamin Franklin say, in his own words, 1751, he say, all Africa is tawny, so-called black. Asia chiefly tawny, so-called black. America exclusive of the newcomers, talking about hybrid Europeans, wholly so. Now our people love chasing these green pieces of paper, these $100 bills and whatnot, right? This is Benjamin Franklin's direct quote. He say, in Europe, the Spaniards, French, Italians, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy, so-called black complexion. Now that's Benjamin Franklin's words, right? Hold up. Nah, since you wanted to take it there, American Dictionary of the English Language, 1828. Jump in a time machine with me real quick. Benjamin Franklin's own words, right? He said, Europe, the Spaniards, the French, the Italians, the Russians, the Swedish, what we call swarthy. What does swarthy mean? What does swarthy mean? 1828 now. We in a DeLorean right now. We in a virtual DeLorean right now. Check it out. He say, swarthy, being of a dark hue or husky complexion, tawny. In warm climates, the complexion of man is universally swarthy or so-called black. The Moors, Spaniards, and Italians are more swarthy than the French, Germans, and English. The Moors? So Benjamin Franklin, let me put a bow tie on it. Let me drill a hole through it right now. Let me put a nail all the way through it. So the guy, Benjamin Franklin, on a $100 bill, he is over here in his own literature. He talking about in America, you had tawny Moors here. And all over here, Spaniards, the French, the Italians, the Russians, the Swedish are what we call swarthy. Swarthy? Swarthy are the Moors. What you saying? Yo, let's go. Let's go. Again, Moors. Again, Moors. The newcomers are not us. The newcomers ain't our people. We been here for multiple thousands of years. What you mean? We been here. This the old world over here. Declare your nationality. Stop playing. Ain't no winning misidentifying as black. Ain't no winning misidentifying as person of color, Pan-African. Ain't no wins in that. Ain't no wins in being an Indian. You ain't finna win in that. That's a misnomer. That's a ward of the court. And the whole time, do you see, if you say you a so-called Indian, right? Do you see Benjamin Franklin, the dude, you know, the guy that's on a $100 bill? Do you see him in there calling somebody an Indian? Or is he calling them Tawny and he's calling them Swarthy? And Tawny and Swarthy mean more. Yeah. You know it. You know that. Yes, sir. We gotta take it back where it's supposed to be. Where it's supposed to be. He say Tawny. Tawny mean more. Tawny means more. Swarthy means more. The book is right here and it's called The American Dictionary of the English Language, 1828. We talking about super facts. Like I said, jump in the time machine. We in a virtual DeLorean right now. You know what I'm saying? Plutonium and all that. Yes, sir. Yeah. So when they ask you what your nationality is, you know the answer. Moorish American. You know the answer. Moorish American. Because we link up all around the planet. That's why they don't want to call us Moors. Because how it go? How it go? Out of sight, out of mind. If I don't tell you who you are, you gonna forget if you ain't already forgot. I'm not gonna remind you that you a Moorish American. That's how they looking at it. They not gonna tell us because it's out of sight, out of mind. If I don't tell you who you are, then you gonna be like, it ain't gonna be in your mind. You're not even gonna think like that. And that's critical thinking. So now that you know, don't take my word on nothing. Just go do your own research. Do your own research. Yeah. Do your own research. All right. So, again, I hope y'all got something from this beam out. I'm finna move around though. Run the beam out back. I know I dropped a lot on y'all. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all though. Run the beam out back. Because you know they got this account capped right now for an hour. But it's love though. We just gonna squeeze all what we can squeeze up into these beam outs. You feel me? So run the beam out back. Do your own research. Don't take nothing. Don't believe nothing I'm talking about. Do your own research. And then you gonna dive deeper doing your own research. And that's what it's about. Each one teach one. This ain't about me, CushDey. It's about us. Uplifting and falling humanity. Yeah. So I'm finna move around though. Appreciate y'all. Much love to all y'all. Oh yeah, don't forget. If you could get out here in Iraq by July 26th, get out here. Because we having an epic event that's gonna kick off. Alright? Epic. Be there. Chicago. DM me. If you could be out here in Iraq, DM me. You're not gonna want to miss this lecture. Me and my brother Grand Sheik Cujo IYL. Shout out to the Canaan Land Moors up there. If you could pull up. July 26th. Be there. All right? You got questions? DM me. Love, Moors.